Cancer Horoscope, June 5th, 2026. The emotional truth your soul can no longer ignore, Cancer. Someone is thinking about you right now. Not casually, not briefly, deeply. And strangely enough, your intuition may have already picked up on it because today carries powerful emotional energy around unfinished feelings, hidden intentions, and spiritual recognition. You may wake up feeling emotional for no obvious reason. A memory may suddenly return. A person may cross your mind unexpectedly. An old wound may briefly reopen. And although it seems random, it isn't. The universe is bringing something important into your awareness. Because Cancer has spent too much time protecting everyone else's feelings while quietly ignoring their own. And June 5th changes that. Today is not about emotional survival. It is about emotional truth. Someone's mask is slipping. Someone's energy is changing. And Cancer is beginning to see people exactly as they are instead of who they hoped they would become. That realization may feel uncomfortable, but it is also setting you free. And the shocking part, the opportunity you've been waiting for may arrive from a direction you never expected. But before that happens, the universe needs Cancer to stop carrying emotional weight that was never theirs to hold. Stay until the end of this reading. Because the final spiritual message reveals the karmic lesson Cancer is finally mastering after years of emotional sacrifice. Today's energy reading, Cancer. Today's energy feels deeply intuitive. Your emotional radar is operating at full strength. You're noticing things other people miss. Small changes, different behavior, unspoken emotions, energy shifts, and honestly, what you're sensing is real. Many Cancer signs will feel unusually reflective today. You may crave silence, distance, privacy. Not because you're withdrawing from life, because your soul needs space to process something important. There is strong water sign energy surrounding your emotional world today. This energy encourages healing, not through action, through awareness. And there's something this sign doesn't fully realize yet. You've already outgrown a situation that your heart is still trying to understand. Part of Cancer is holding on, but another part already knows it's time to move forward. Today may also bring signs through dreams, repeated thoughts, unexpected conversations, chance encounters, or emotional memories resurfacing suddenly. Pay attention. Because the universe is communicating through emotion today, and Cancer understands emotional language better than almost anyone. But that's not the most important part. Someone around you may finally reveal their true emotional intentions, and that truth changes everything. Today's personality, deep dive Cancer, positive traits Cancer, possesses extraordinary emotional depth. People often underestimate how much strength exists beneath your gentle nature. You are compassionate, protective, loyal, emotionally intelligent, and perhaps most importantly, you genuinely care. In a world where many people struggle to connect emotionally, Cancer possesses a rare gift, the ability to make people feel safe. You instinctively know how to comfort others, how to support them, how to understand emotional pain without judgment. Another hidden Cancer strength is resilience. People see your sensitivity, but they don't always see your endurance. You have survived emotional storms that would have broken many others, and somehow you still continue loving. That is remarkable. Cancer negative traits, but Cancer, your greatest gift can also become your greatest challenge. You care so deeply that you sometimes forget your own needs. You prioritize everyone else's emotions, everyone else's comfort, everyone else's healing, and eventually you become emotionally exhausted. Another weakness is emotional attachment. Cancer struggles letting go of people, memories, and hopes, even when your intuition already knows something has ended emotionally. And there's another hidden pattern. Cancer often expects others to understand emotions that were never fully communicated. You hope people notice, you hope people understand, but not everyone possesses your emotional awareness. Emotional profile, your deepest emotional trigger, is feeling unwanted, feeling excluded, feeling forgotten, feeling emotionally replaceable. And because Cancer loves so deeply, these experiences affect you profoundly. Another hidden wound? Feeling responsible for everyone's happiness. Many Cancer signs learned early that love required emotional caretaking. And now, you carry responsibilities that were never yours. Today's lesson is simple. You are allowed to put yourself first sometimes, and honestly, that lesson may be the most important one Cancer learns this year. Today's love and relationship reading, Cancer. Your romantic energy today feels incredibly powerful. Someone's feelings are becoming stronger, whether they admit it or not, because Cancer creates emotional impact. People remember how you made them feel, and emotional memories connected to Cancer rarely disappear completely. Why people fall for Cancer? People fall for Cancer because your love feels real. You listen, you notice details, you remember things others forget. You make people feel emotionally important, and that emotional attention becomes unforgettable. Another reason people become attached to Cancer? Your loyalty. When Cancer commits emotionally, you genuinely invest your heart, and people can feel that sincerity immediately. Relationship strengths. Cancer brings emotional intimacy into relationships naturally. You create trust, connection, warmth, security. You're also incredibly protective of the people you love, and when Cancer chooses someone, you fight for the relationship, even during difficult periods, relationship weaknesses. But here's the shadow side. Cancer sometimes stays emotionally invested long after the relationship becomes unhealthy. You see potential, possibility, future growth, and because of that, you tolerate emotional inconsistency longer than you should. Another challenge? Fear of rejection. Cancer sometimes avoids difficult conversations because emotional conflict feels painful, but avoiding truth often creates greater pain later. Soulmate energy. There is powerful soulmate energy surrounding Cancer today. Someone may be thinking about reconnecting. Someone may be reflecting on past mistakes. Someone may finally recognize your value, but the next message is even more important. The universe is teaching Cancer that emotional consistency matters more than emotional intensity, and that lesson is preparing you for a healthier love story. Hidden truths Cancer needs to hear. What Cancer never tells anyone is how lonely you sometimes feel, even when surrounded by people, even when loved, even when appreciated. Because emotional loneliness is different, you often feel responsible for supporting everyone, yet secretly wish someone would support you the same way. Another hidden truth? Cancer remembers emotional pain longer than people realize. You forgive, but you rarely forget. You remember the exact moment trust changed, the exact moment effort became one-sided, the exact moment someone stopped showing up emotionally, and that memory stays with you. Here's another truth Cancer avoids admitting. You're tired, not physically, emotionally. Tired of overgiving, tired of understanding everyone else's behavior, tired of carrying emotional burdens alone. And today the universe is asking you an important question. What would happen if Cancer finally chose themselves? Think about that, because the answer may transform your entire future. Today's dark psychology analysis. Cancer possesses powerful emotional influence. People trust you quickly, open up easily, become attached naturally, and that creates a unique psychological dynamic. Manipulation patterns when emotionally hurt. Cancer often withdraws instead of confronting. You become quieter, more distant, less emotionally available, not because you want control, because you want protection, but that emotional silence can become a form of communication itself. Another shadow pattern is emotional testing. Sometimes Cancer hopes people will notice emotional changes without direct explanation, because asking directly feels vulnerable. Jealousy patterns. Cancer becomes jealous emotionally. Not because you're controlling, because emotional security matters deeply to you. If attention changes suddenly, you notice immediately. And even if you stay calm externally, your heart feels the difference. Revenge tendencies. Cancer rarely seeks revenge actively. Instead, you disappear emotionally. You stop giving energy, stop offering emotional support, stop investing, and eventually, people realize what they've lost. Emotional defense systems. Your strongest defense system is emotional retreat. You hide inside your inner world, protecting your heart, protecting your vulnerability. But today's energy asks, is your emotional wall keeping pain out? Or keeping love out too? That question matters. Today's money and success forecast. Cancer. Your success energy is becoming stronger, but confidence remains the missing piece. You are more capable than you believe, more talented than you acknowledge, and more valuable than you realize. Wealth energy, financial opportunities are developing quietly, not through luck, through preparation, through patience, through consistency. Cancer often builds success slowly, but what you build tends to last. Today favors long-term planning, creative projects, business decisions, networking, skill development, and trusting your instincts financially. Career growth, professional recognition energy surrounds Cancer. Someone notices your effort, someone sees your value, someone recognizes your reliability, and that recognition may create new opportunities soon. But Cancer must stop undervaluing themselves professionally, because self-doubt has become more expensive than failure. Success forecasts pursue leadership, creative expression, financial planning, personal growth, avoid emotional spending, fear-based decisions, people-pleasing professionally, and shrinking your ambitions to make others comfortable. Because the version of Cancer that believes in their own potential becomes unstoppable. Today's spiritual message, Cancer, the universe is teaching you boundaries, not punishment. Boundaries. Because love without boundaries becomes sacrifice, and sacrifice without balance becomes suffering. For years, you have given people access to your emotional energy without asking whether they deserved it. That cycle is ending. Intuition and energy alignment. Your intuition is exceptionally strong today. Trust what you feel, trust what you notice, trust what keeps repeating. The universe rarely sends the same lesson twice without purpose. Manifestation energy, Cancer, manifests most powerfully through emotional alignment. When your heart and intuition agree, your manifestation energy becomes extraordinary. Today is not about forcing outcomes, it's about trusting timing. Soul lesson. The lesson repeating right now is, you cannot save people who refuse to save themselves. Read that carefully. Because Cancer has spent years trying to rescue others emotionally, and sometimes the most loving thing you can do is step back. The next message is even more important. Someone leaving your life may actually be creating space for something much better. Today's emotional healing section. Cancer, you deserve rest, not distraction, not avoidance. Rest, emotional rest, mental rest, spiritual rest, because you have carried too much for too long. Overthinking and anxiety, Cancer, tends to replay emotional situations repeatedly. You analyze conversations, tone changes, behavior patterns, and eventually your mind becomes exhausted. Today's healing begins with acceptance. Not every question requires an answer immediately. Heartbreak recovery. If you're healing from emotional pain, remember this. The right person will never make you question your worth constantly. The right person will not require you to abandon yourself, and the right love will feel peaceful, not confusing. Inner child patterns, many Cancer signs learn that love meant taking care of others first. But healing means understanding. Your needs matter too. Your feelings matter too. Your happiness matters too. Mental strength, Cancer's greatest strength is emotional resilience. You continue loving despite disappointment. You continue hoping despite heartbreak. You continue believing despite betrayal. And honestly, that strength is extraordinary. Today's 8 rankings for Cancer intelligence ranking. 8. 9/10 Cancer combines intuition and emotional awareness exceptionally well. You often understand situations before evidence appears. Loyalty ranking. 9. 8/10 few signs match Cancer's devotion. When you care about someone, your loyalty runs incredibly deep. Emotional intelligence ranking. 9. 6/10 your ability to read emotional energy is one of your greatest gifts. People often underestimate how accurate your intuition truly is. Attraction ranking. 9. 1/10 Cancer's warmth, kindness, and emotional depth create powerful attraction. People feel safe around your energy. Wealth potential ranking. 8. 7/10 strong long-term wealth potential through consistency, intuition, and emotional intelligence. Leadership ranking. 8. 4/10 Cancer leads through trust, empathy, and protection rather than dominance. Spiritual ranking. 9. 5/10 your intuition and emotional sensitivity create extraordinary spiritual awareness. Overall destiny alignment. 9. 3/10 Cancer is entering a major emotional transformation phase, and the universe is guiding you toward greater peace, abundance, and emotional freedom. Final message. Cancer, something beautiful is happening beneath the surface. Even if you cannot fully see it yet, you're becoming stronger emotionally, wiser spiritually, more selective with your energy, and more aligned with your true worth. The version of Cancer that accepted emotional crumbs is disappearing. The version that overgave without receiving is fading, and the version emerging now knows their value, knows their boundaries, knows their worth. The universe is not taking something away from you, it is making room for something better. And very soon, Cancer will understand why everything happened exactly the way it did.